Coming up, meet a woman who is setting records in track and field. She's a senior citizen from Spartanburg who blazed trails with her teammates this summer in Sweden. We'll meet Nonie Hudnall after the break. While the world was watching athletes in Paris over the summer, a lot of senior citizens were getting ready to compete in the World Track and Field Championships in Sweden. One of them was a woman from Spartanburg who I have known since I was just a girl. Nonie Hudnall's father, Reverend Ben Hudnall, was the minister at the church where I was raised, Central United Methodist in Spartanburg. Nonie was older, probably a college student when I was a little girl in Sunday school, but as I grew up, Nonie became a big part of my life as a friend and one of my mother's professional colleagues, someone I've always known. That's why I'm so excited to share this story about a fearless 74-year-old who is defying stereotypes and collecting hardware as a track star. She has more accolades than you can count. Our sister station WSPA recently shared this great feature on Nonie. Taylor Farmer has more.
Come on in, I'll show you some of my memorabilia.
From the first time she jumped in a race at age 45.
That's me doing triple jump in Korea.
Nonie Hudnall has been unstoppable.
One of my friends was just sitting there drinking water, and I said, "Aren't you gonna have something to eat?" She said, "No, I have a race at 10 o'clock. She said, "You want to go?" I said, "Well, sure." So I just jumped in the race and had a really fun time.
It wasn't just any race, it was a 5K. One day of running seemed great to Hudnall, so she did it again the next day.
I saw some of my friends and they said, "Well, Nonie, I didn't know you ran. When did you start?" And I said, "Yesterday."
Hudnall, a Clemson graduate, said she never got into running because at the time, women didn't have the same opportunities as men to compete in athletics.
When I started Clemson, it was pre-Title IX. There were no women's sports. In my freshman year, I had to wear a dress everywhere on campus.
Hudnall began fencing with the men's team for fun, where she had to wear a raincoat over her shorts, but she says it was the competitiveness and camaraderie that she enjoyed. Ultimately, she found the same joy in running and competing in track and field events.
This is what elderly people do in their spare time.
That is impressive.
In 10 years, Hudnall ran 10 marathons in various places around the world.
Very first marathon was Disney World.
At a young age, a mentor of Hudnall's saw her natural ability to be a great runner. At the time, it didn't quite pan out.
When I was in junior high school, my gym teacher called my parents in for a conference and said they should consider moving to California so I could train for the Olympics because she felt like I had that potential.
With 4 siblings, Hudnall's family couldn't just up and move. Decades later, however, Hudnall not only ran marathons, but at the age of 74, she still competes in 5Ks and competes for the Atlanta Track Club in competitions.
Most of these are national medals.
Along with competing internationally in the World Championships for Team USA.
I do come from a long line of overachievers, so I knew when I set my mind to something, I would probably work as hard as I could.
Taylor Farmer in Spartanburg.
And as you heard there, Nonie's now 74. She has broken records and has quite a collection of medals and trophies. She's also been named the South Carolina Masters Runner of the Year several times. Congratulations, Nonie. You are a true inspiration. We'll be right back.